Jason, first of all, I just want to ask you how your trip to Buckingham Palace was, and did you have any interesting conversations?
It was a long day, I can tell you that. Yeah, it was a good experience, obviously meeting the Queen, and, obviously being in that company is something that as a kid growing up you would never imagine, So personally for me it was a wonderful experience and something that I would cherish for the rest of my life. But yeah, it was a very, very long day.
Did you meet Prince Harry? Did you say anything interesting? He's been giving a few of the other captains a bit of jip.
Yeah, we had a pretty good conversation. I like him a lot. In the short space of time, I had to converse with him, but I chose not to say mention what we would have spoken about.
And just then looking at tomorrow's game, the form of Shai Hope going into this. A lot of people talk about big hitters in the West Indies side, but can you talk a bit about just where he is at the moment, and what do you think that's put him in the space where he is now?
Well, yeah, Shai's been carrying some form for a very long time in the limited overs format, and he's really confident. I think he's worked out pretty much his method of scoring in this format, and as I said, he's been very, very consistent. Which as a group we've probably lacked in the recent past. So it's really good to see a young batter stepping up and being as consistent as he has been and leading the charge for us. And then obviously we've got power around him, and obviously some other touch players. So I think we've got a really good mix in terms of our batting lineup, but obviously Shai has stood out in the recent past with his success, and that's just mainly down to the fact that he's been consistent and he's worked out a method of how he's going to be successful in this format.
Hi Jason, how are you doing? Basically, you've been in good form of late, the last few months. Have you got here, looked at the short boundaries and thought this is an opportunity to really make a statement tomorrow?
Look, I don't want to sit here and try to predetermine what's going to happen, but I just think in a situation we just play it as any normal cricket game. We assess the conditions as early as possible, and we play to suit. I think where the game has gone now, especially in England here, there've been some high totals, but they've been totals where I saw in the warm-up games later, where 1 or 2 games were quite relatively low scoring, so it can happen. That's the way cricket is played, and that's the nature of the game. So I just don't want to sit before a game and say, we're looking to score 500 or 600 for the matter of fact, and I just want to play it, as we see it, assess the conditions like any other game.
And have you got all 15 available for tomorrow as well?
Yep, all 15 available tomorrow, so I guess selection is a bit of a headache for me personally, with everybody going so well, so I guess tonight we'll finalise our team.
Hi Jason, is Trent Bridge somewhere you're excited to play, considering that they've got a history of big scores here? England have got the 2 biggest scores here, haven't they? So is this somewhere you're excited to play and maybe get this high 400s?
Yeah, I think I'm excited to play in England. We are all excited to play in England, and the magnitude of this tournament, it speaks for itself. There's no need to sit down and harp on about it. As I said previously, we just want to take it stage by stage, game by game. It doesn't matter where we're playing. We've just got to assess the conditions and be as professional as we possibly can. So I don't want to sit down and narrow it down to 1 or 2 grounds that we're particularly looking to favour. We're just looking to play solid cricket. Whatever the conditions may be, we've got to find a method and a way to be successful in them.
Okay, and just looking at Pakistan, they've had a difficult build-up. Do you take anything from that at all, or because they're quite hard to predict, aren't they? Pakistan, you could say.
Yeah, we've obviously looked at their players, try to formulate our plans towards them, and obviously our mode of attack. We've had a few discussions as a team and a few team meetings just to formulate whatever plans we're going into tomorrow's game with. But yeah, it's just a normal thing. It's nothing different. Depending on who the team is. We just want to be professional as we possibly can. Not take anything for granted. I don't think we're in a position to take anything for granted. To just be in a situation where we just assess who we're playing against, formulate our plans and look to execute them.
Jason, can you talk about this man sitting there, young Bravo? What does he offer the West Indies batting order? What is the thing that he brings other than all the other power hitters?
Well, I was looking forward to his first question when Spooner, knocked him off. But look, Darren has been around for a very long time, and not because he's here, I say good things about him, but he's obviously one that has been at the forefront of our batting for a number of years. He had a period of time out of the game, which is always hard coming back in, but his energy around the team is exceptional. He's one of those guys that definitely brings energy to the team, and he's slowly but surely getting back into his rhythm. And as I said before, anybody would know, anytime you take time away from any game, it takes you a while to just catch yourself back and get back into the thick of things. But he's done that nicely, and I think he's very, very confident going into this first game against Pakistan, and he knows the impact that he could have on the team and the team's performance, when it gets going.
Quickly, you spoke about having meetings and discussing the oppositions, but this might not be news to you, but Pakistan's top order has one of the lowest strike rates. Does that kind of work as an advantage for a bowling group?
Well, I think it would only work as an advantage if you obviously identify why they have a low strike rate. As a team looking to play against them, you try to pinpoint particular areas that you can attack. And if it's a stat that shows that they have a low strike rate, then you try to find out why, and then as a team planning against them, you try to nail it down. But again, cricket is played on the day, and we just got to assess the conditions. I think us as a bowling group, we just want to be as disciplined as we possibly can. In the past, we've been a bit inconsistent, and just generally when you're just sitting back and analysing the game, we just want to be ticking our boxes in terms of being consistent and being ruthless.
Jason, when we spoke the other day, you said you liked being the underdogs and flying under the radar. And Kevin Peterson yesterday said outside of England, the West Indies were the team that he thought could do the most damage at this tournament. You feel like you've got some momentum coming in. Is that something that the group believe?
One thing I like coming into this tournament is that every player's in a good frame of mind. Everybody's playing with a smile on their face, and I think that's how we play our best cricket. When we're fearless, we enjoy what we're doing and we enjoy one another's company. And I can safely say within the group, we've got that, we've got that atmosphere that we would like to create, and we've got the energy going into this tournament that we would want to have. So I think the rest is left down to us on the field. We've just got to execute whatever plans we formulate, and I think execution is key in this tournament. Whether it's West Indies, England, India, or whoever. I think the teams that execute their plans and be as disciplined as they possibly can, more often than not, they're going to come out on top.